done back then. He did it. That's why I know he can do it again. Let me tell you what Jesus did. Jesus carried that cross on a hill called Calvary. The Bible says on the third day he rose with all power in his hand. Back then he did it. Back then he did it. What he done back then, he can do it. That's why I know he can do it again. Yeah. He healed the sick and he raised the dead. Also took y'all 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. 5,000 hungry souls he fed. Tell me, won't my God do it again? Back then he did it. Back then he did it. Back then he did it. That's why I know he can do it again. Everybody lift your voice up and say, he can do it again.
I know he can, just like he did.
Can do it again.
Just like he did in the Bible days, yeah.
He can do it
He
again.
did it with Daniel and the lion, yeah. I know he do it again.
Back then he did it. Do you remember the lady with the issue of blood? She was sick, y'all, for 12 long years. She said, only if I can make my way through the crowd to touch the hem of his garment, I'll be made whole. If she were here, y'all, she would say back then he did it.
Let me tell you, back in the Bible days, when Paul and Silas was bound in jail, they didn't have no one to go there. But they got to thinking, one sung a song and the other one prayed a prayer. But little did they know, Jesus was already standing there. If he did it back then, y'all, he can do it again. He can do it again.
Do you remember the blind man was by the wayside? Jesus spit on the ground and told the blind man to rub across his eyes. If the blind man would heal, y'all, he was saved. That's why